Hello, welcome to my channel, Paper Made Pretty. Today I am sharing a journal that I've made for a girlfriend of mine. This is a envelope journal that I saw on Carol Tinson's channel, made with 5 envelopes and 3 of the cards that came with the envelopes. And for most part in the journal, I used Antique Papery's French Summer. However, on the front image here, this is actually from Artie Maze's My Sweet Rose collection. So it's basically a 5.5 by 7.5 journal once I got the hard cover on. Envelopes themselves are made for 5.25 by 7.25 inch cards. So obviously they're just slightly larger when you actually do the measurements, just to make room for the card on the inside. So let's get started. On the outside here, like I said, got this lovely image here of this beautiful gal with all the roses on top of some tea-dyed cheesecloth and some pink rosettes at the bottom trim and a large white rosette at the top. And this is held together with custom dyed seam binding. So as I mentioned, the outside cover is a little larger than the envelopes. This is a chipboard and cardstock cover surrounding the softer envelopes, just to give that a little bit more sturdiness, as well as some protection from damage, since they are quite fragile, really, when you think about the envelopes. On the front cover here, I do have a pocket for her to store anything that she'd like to store in here, photographs, letters, etc. I did put a little bit of fabric down the spine to give that a little bit more stability as well. And this is some fabric that I bought recently from Hobby Lobby that I felt matched the French theme very well. And I did cover the spine of the envelopes with a little bit of lace to give that also some additional stability. So on the inside here, I did put a little belly band and a journaling card that I made for her. I backed it with some leftover packing paper that I had. And this envelope journal is kind of cool. On the inside, I do have tea-dyed paper that I did punch out the corners with a punch, and I'm sorry, I do not remember what punch it was. It was a Martha Stewart punch that I got from Michael's. I do remember that, but I don't know which design. But this is kind of cool because these are removable papers. I used some elastic jewelry. I don't know what this is, what it's called, but it's when, if you want to string beads on jewelry, you can use some of this in order to do that, to have like an elastic bracelet. And there's 3 sheets here. And then here's where the cards come into play. So the cards slip inside of 3 of the envelopes that have been cut on the side. And so each of them are bound with, again, some of the matching seam binding. And inside of that, there is also, in this case, 2 sheets of paper inside each of the cards. Put that back in here. And on the side of this envelope did make another pocket with some just decoration, and then I made an envelope out of very thin fragile paper that was in between sheets of acetate. They were projector screen acetate that I got to kind of help me keep the pages from sticking while I'm gluing something. I can move on to the next page, stick a little piece of that in there so I can keep moving along. But so I just sprayed a bunch of Tattered Angels colors, a couple of the, can't remember the name, the other brand that makes the sprays, and custom colored that up, and then stuck on a stamp. I think this is from the 1970s, from my personal collection as a kid, and a nice little rose there. So more of the inserts here. This is basically envelope 3 with another card in there, and on this one again another pocket just to give her extra space to carry things around, and just decorated this up with some book paper, some scraps of the Antique Paperie kit, and a little button with some pink fibers. More of the insert paper. This is envelope 4 and card 3. And inside this one again, another pocket, and then took one of the sayings from the Tim Holtz words here, "No beauty shines brighter than that of a good heart," and created some of the little envelope, and I don't remember where I saw this, but they're all over YouTube. And I did glue these all down. I just really wanted to use them for decoration, so I used a book page and just some scrap tea-dyed paper, and then a small scrap of the Antique Paperie paper, and then just layered them up for effect there. Final insert, and then the back of envelope 5 is actually glued permanently to the backing. So there you have it, and I hope you enjoyed a little bit of that coming off. Hope you enjoyed this journal share. I'm hoping my girlfriend will be pleased with this as a little gift. I think she will be. I think she won't write in it. I think she'll just display it, but that works too. Thanks so much, guys. Have a good day. Bye.